Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we got a very spooky update to Variant Royale version 17, and this is the Halloween update for Variant Royale. We got variant nightmares. So let's just start off. This is technically an LTM right now, but this is basically the main map just with some spawners and also a camera filter slapped onto it. So I'll just be showing the entire map in this LTM. So in general, pretty much every single location has had Halloween decorations added all over it. There are things like spider webs and little like trick-or-treat baskets and such. Especially this office building here, No Sweat Insurance, is very decorated. It has like candles and ghosts and stuff all over this building. Even this bear here with a pumpkin head. And it's very nice. This tower up here has some ghosts just vibing up here. The bear house is very interesting. Has lots of tombstones and candles and stuff. And there's even this bear down here, this tiny bear performing some sort of weird ritual with pumpkins floating and candles all around and stuff. You gotta be careful with those candles, you might burn down the building. And yeah, this entire place is covered in Halloween decorations. There's some places that are sort of abandoned or like not populated yet, like right here at the Neo base, so it has no Halloween decorations. And also over at Viking Village, Vikings of course don't celebrate Halloween, I just don't think they do. So there's nothing there, but the West House of course has plenty of spider webs all around. The studio is sort of packing up, so it also has no decorations. But then in the hospital, there are plenty of decorations out in the front and in sort of the office rooms. And also in the elevator. Those sort of like the actual rooms themselves, they're just sort of left to be. Some miscellaneous changes not related to Halloween. The studio over here, the loot in general has gotten a slight nerf. It's sort of, a lot of the loot in here has been sort of merged and spread out a bit. Like the chest over here with the entire loadout is no longer here. And instead there's an entire loadout spread over this entire location. So there's like maybe one or maybe two guns per chest. But there's no longer an entire loadout in one chest. And also the mutator zone has shrunk, so you have more places that you can actually build in here. And also the item lifetime has increased from 25 seconds to 30 seconds, so you can have an item dropped on the ground for a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer, but like 5 seconds longer. And as you might have noticed, Neo Base has been built up a bit more. There are more walls and ceilings and stairs and stuff. Other than that, specifically in this LTM, there is now a cool filter, this low exposure filter, and there are also these spawners all around the map, so there will be fiends everywhere. Alright, if we move over to Arid Isles, this is again technically an LTM, but really the main map as well. So the entire map is covered in this like sort of snowy mist, and there are ice fiends all over the place. That's really it. Arid Isles is now known as Frozen Nightmares for this event, and actually until the next season of Variant Royale. Okay, this is kind of awesome. Some of you older viewers may recognize this place. This is an old map, an old LTM from Diversity, which I had last Halloween, and I've saved that map, saved that LTM for this year. Congratulations. So, we're going to go back in time and play on the Diversity map for an LTM. And this is sort of going to be a last goodbye to Diversity though, because I am going to be deleting this map, as I do all LTMs after I've used them, so... But I am going to be saving a Variant Royale map as well, so next Halloween we'll look back on Variant Royale, I guess. This hasn't been changed really at all since last year. At least not by me, I haven't touched this island. So it's actually likely going to be at least a little bit broken, just because that's what happens when you have an island that you leave for a bunch of updates. Alright, next LTM we got is Toxin Rush. which is sort of Horde Rush, though also sort of inspired by this Variant Royale season's villain. So yeah, it's really just Horde Rush. You start off at one spot, then you just move between locations fighting fiends, and at the end, once you get to the last location, which is Hope Hospital here, then you get to fight a bit, then you'll fight a final boss, and it'll be over. And for the last LTM here is Fright Flight. So this is basically Dogfight, but spookier. So I've gotten the old bases, you spawn in, and you get to choose a class. There's sort of a default class, which is Pistolier, sort of similar to the Popper class, just with a pistol and clingers. There's Shotgunner, which used to have a tactical shotgun, but now has a pump shotgun and a grappler. There's a Pilot, which of course has a bolt-action sniper rifle and Boogie Bomb. There's Healer, which bans Bazooka and Chug Splashes. But instead of there being those stupid towers around the map that you get power-ups from, you instead can actually upgrade the class that you're currently on. So let's say you choose like the Pistolier class, which is right here. If you get an elimination with that class, you'll progress on to the Tommy class, which just has a drum gun or Tommy gun and some minis, and if you get an elimination with that, you'll move on to the Scarred class, which you just get a scar and some dynamite. And that works for pretty much every class that can get eliminations. So it doesn't work with the Healer, because of course the Healer can't get eliminations. There's also one secret class, which is the Heavy, and you can get that from collecting these floating pumpkins around the map. If you collect 3 of those, then you will be switched to the Heavy class, and you can even upgrade that class. If you get an elimination with the Heavy class, you'll be switched to the Spooker class. So the Heavy class has a blue pumpkin launcher and an LMG. The Spooker class has a minigun and a gold pumpkin launcher. And I've tested a bunch of times. I've only tested it with a couple people at a time, but once we actually get to actually playing this in the video, this is going to be fun, I know. And that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the gameplay video, or whatever my next video is. Have a nice day, and goodbye.